Yeah, so there was a take shelter location. There was a take shelter location in the north side of the building where the vast majority of the people were. It had plenty of capacity for in the evening of Friday night. It is a smaller shift for us, and so it was more than enough capacity.
So everybody.
I would not speculate on that. Please.
I'm Kelly Nantel with Amazon. Well, not a saying it. Location, right? Our there is the north side, the vast employees in there are around do with phones allowed phones in may not have no problem. That when there was on phones and there's a radio those are the details yet.
Outside. Can anyone speak to that where the 6 casualties came from?
Yeah.
Bogart, all your time here, but it's a relatively new facility. Do you know anything about the
I know that the building was constructed catastrophic policies or practices are consistent with any that all best it was. Of course we will.
director. Of the bill, find out what exactly occurred here. I mean, this being done. Let me also say that we should be pleased that Illinois is actually a hub for distribution, warehousing, manufacturing, and so on. So we want to attract those businesses. We want to keep those businesses here in Illinois. And yes, we want to make sure that code is up to date, especially up to date given the serious change in climate that we've seen across the country.
My next question is, would you like to see the code explore the idea of basements? Because, I mean, even Disneyland has tunnels.
As I understand, the challenge here is flooding, that you can't dig very far down before you start to, potentially see flooding. So that's why they don't allow in the industrial area here basements, and there wasn't one as a result.
I realize it's very early in the investigation, but is there any indication at all as to whether the victims just didn't hear the warnings, were not able to get to the safe area? What prevented them from, they just didn't have enough time? Is there any indication of if they were able to get notified and just not able to get where they needed to go?
I will say it's too early in the investigation to really know, but I don't know if the folks from Amazon have any further information. I just would say that the weather beacon, that you get on your phone did go out, was received by a lot of people. I don't know what was received inside the building or who had their phones with them, but there was a notice with seeming like several minutes, if not more, warning for people. So
We have time for two more questions.
For Amazon, how long does it take to get from one side of the building to the other? And is that an indication that there should be a safe area on both sides?
I can't tell you exactly how long it takes. I can tell you it's a 1.1 million square foot building, and so it's a significantly large building.
If you have minutes, would you have enough time to make it to the opposite side walking?
I think you're asking me to speculate. I really can't. Every incident is obviously different. This tornado, by the time the warnings came through, we were, in a matter of minutes, it moved very quickly, and it was catastrophic.
One more question?
Governor, pardon me if I'm being repetitive here, but just your initial thoughts and concerns and message to families and friends of those who were impacted, and also, what is it you want to know about what happened at the Amazon warehouse Friday night? When will you get, what information do you seek where you put your mind at ease?
Well, I guess I'll start with the last part of your question first. I've already been asking those questions, and you all have asked some of those questions about whether people had their cell phones, were allowed to have their cell phones, and I'm told they were. The questions about, who was in the building and how do you, know at a given moment who was in the building, because we were unable to find out until a little bit later how many people and who. And so those are questions that I've asked, and Amazon has provided initial answers. But again, there's an ongoing kind of look into what happened. As to what I would say to the community and to the families of the loved ones that were lost and the gentleman who is injured in the hospital, this is a tragedy of enormous proportion. We have not seen something like this for quite a while in the state of Illinois, and unfortunately these kinds of storms are happening more and more often. And it doesn't help to know that. It just is a fact. And just the families, I think what really gives me hope is the entire community, not just Edwardsville, but all the surrounding communities. And you see all these first responders behind me. They all came together to help. At 8:30 when this thing hit, roughly speaking, on Friday night, all night, there was another storm that hit shortly after the first one. So they were being pelted with wind and rain as they were all in the facility trying to rescue people. There were, water mains that had been broken off, so there was water flowing in the building, again, while they were trying to rescue people. And there were ledges of concrete that were hanging and potentially endangering people that these folks walked through to find and rescue people. So, to do their best to make sure that the site was safe. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm also genuinely concerned for the families here that just in an instant lost 6 of our community members here, and there's nothing that can bring them back, but the community is coming together around them, and I'm very proud of that fact.
Question for Amazon, what is being done for the workers that were impacted by this tragedy? Trauma counseling, those sorts of things, and also, is this going to have an impact on, we're 2 weeks away from Christmas, it's a very, very busy time of year.
Yeah, so and that's exactly why I'm here. We are reaching out to both the victims' families and figuring out what we can do for them. All of our employees are getting paid time off, but we're also adding rental cars, lift certificates, and we're committed to this community. We're going to rebuild this site. We're going to kind of come together, and so we're motivated to bring this community back together, bring this site back together, and that's what I'm here for.
Thank you, everyone.